Good day and welcome to B2C Tutorials. We offer extra tuition for students, both online or in person. And also, these are our contact details. You can reach out to us anytime you want. Our social media handles. We have our TikTok as B2C Tutorials and then on YouTube as B2C Tutorials. You can also send us an email and then we'll respond to you. Today, we would want to look at some basic uses of Excel, and then we want to look at the features that Excel have. All right, so let us begin. To begin, you first need to install the Excel on your PC. So once you are done installing the Excel, you go to your search button that is on your beneath the left bottom of your screen and search for Excel. So the Excel app opens and then you double tap it and it opens for you like this. All right. So once it opens, this is what we refer to as a workbook. This is similar to writing in an exercise book. So when you pick an exercise book, the exercise book you pick is called a book. So this Excel feature, this is what we call a book. This is the 2016 Excel. Now in the workbook, we can see a lot of items there. And then some of the items we want to talk about is the first one, which is the top lane. We refer to this as the quick access toolbar. Default, it is just the save, it is the undo, and then it is the redo that is there. So if you want to add more features, this drop box, you tap on the drop box, and then you go and add more features to it. So automatically, or per the normal use, it is just the save, the undo, and then the redo, which is the very first three you can find in your Excel workbook. Now, if you want to add more, you just go to more commands and it opens for you. So you see, I have added delete sheet columns, delete sheet rows, insert sheet columns, insert sheet rows. And that is what you can see as the extra in addition to it. So once I want to add, I'll just tap on the delete, then I'll go to add, and then it takes me there. Then I go to OK, then it saves and then it shows up. Now, because I've already added the delete sheet column, I don't need a delete cell. But then if I want to add delete cell, assuming I add the delete cell, I go to OK, and then there's another one which is being added. So you can see delete cell, and then this is the insert sheet rows. This is also the insert sheet column, and this is the delete sheet rows and then delete sheet columns. That is what we call the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar. Then the next one where you can see file home, insert, page layouts, formulas, data, review, view, help, and then tell me more, tell me what you want to do is referred to as the tabs. The tabs. Okay. So in the tabs actually is a group of like commands are organized under the tab names. So if you tap on the tabs, you would see what we call the ribbons. Currently, we are on this is the file tab. It takes you to a different page. This is the home. This is the insert. This is the page layout. Once you tap on them, they open some ribbons for you. So the next section is that the one right under the tabs are referred to as ribbons. So the home ribbon is by default what you see once you open the Excel. You see the home ribbon as default. And the home ribbon has a lot of items. So the ribbons are actually grouped. So this is the clipboard. The clipboard is looking at the paste, cut, copy, format, painter. The font will be looking at the font style, how you want your text to look like, the size of the text. And then this is also used to increase the text or decrease the text when you don't want to select the font size. This is used to bolding the text. This is used to italic the text, underline the text, cover your cell with a border, paint the cell, and then also this is to change the color in which you are texting in. At the appropriate time, we would use each of these, or in our next video, we'll be using each of these. Now, this is what we call the alignment. You want to type a little bit up in the cell box, type in the middle of the cell box, type beneath in a cell box. This is to adjust to the left, to adjust to the center. A text, you are adjusting a text in the cell to the center, to the left, to the right. And then this is for indent. We use this to wrap a text. That is when I type in the cell and it's longer than the cell box that we have been given by default, I can wrap it and then the text would shift downwards and I would have a view. We would see how to go about it. This is also to merge two or more cells. So like what we have here, A and B, I can merge A and B together. And that is what we call the alignment. Now, if you want more features of any of the ribbons, all you need to do is that you click on the drop arrow, and then it gives you more features that you'd want to use to edit it. This is also the numbers where you can actually add a currency symbol. You can add a percentage. You can put a comma in the numbers that you type. You can also show the decimals and all that have you. That is also the conditional formatting. We'll look at it. We'll also look at how to format tables, cell styles, how to insert. So the inserts that we have included on our quick access to can also be seen here. So it says insert a cell, insert a sheet row, insert a column, insert the sheet. These are all some of the things. So this is also for the deleting, and this is also to format the cell in which you find yourself. This is for computation. This is also for filling. This is to clean. This is used to sort and filter. And this is more like a data analysis that we'll also look at going forward. Now, these are all ribbons. So the ribbons are actually the clipboard, the font, the alignments, the number, styles, cells, editing, and add-ins. This is if you want to bring in anything that is not found within the Excel category, you can add it. So you want to add a software that will help you to be able to do some analysis. That is when you go to add-ins and then you add them as well. Now, when you go to the insert, it also has a list of ribbons. That is the tables, inserting tables. You want to insert some diagrams, some shapes. You go to the illustrations. You want to insert some charts, that is the frequency charts, the pie charts, the bar charts, the histogram, the line chart, and all, and even maps, as well as the pivot chart. You go to this chart. You go to the spark lines, also that is also used for analysis. You come to the filters and then the insert, the links, the text box, the header and the footer, the word arts, the signature line. All these are features that we use, which will talk about how you want your page to look like. So you also look at the themes, you look at the page setup and all that have you. You come to formulas. You know, Excel is basically used for mathematical computation. So there are some formulas that you'd like to apply them whenever you are using the Excel, and then that can be found under formulas. So we'll talk more about each of the ribbons going forward. All right. So having said that, we want to look at the other aspects. So where I have the A1, where you can see being highlighted, where my arrow is also referred to as the name box. That is the name of the cell that you find yourself. So currently you can see that there's an item or an object moving around in the work space. So it's moving around in the working area. So we refer to this portion as the working area, where you be typing text, and we refer to them as the working area. Now, when you see the cell moving in the working area, you see that the cell name or the name box will be changing. So you can currently see B1, which means that I am on B for this side and I am working in the one column. So I'm working in the B column on the one row. That is why you see my name box to be B1. So the B column, one row. When I go to B column, two row, you can also see it there as well. Okay. So that is the formula bar. This is also used for formula. This is the name, and this is also used for formula, where you put in the formulas that you need to work around with. Also, we have what we call the worksheet tab. The worksheet tab is once you open the workbook, you see some sheets beneath it. Now, this is just like the number of pages that you write in an exercise book. So that's a sheet one. You can work here. Once you are done, you don't need it. You can go to the next worksheet, which is sheet two. Work there. You can also open another worksheet. So to open a worksheet, it's just for you to click the plus circled sign here, which even when you put your arrow, it tells you new sheet. So it takes you to the new sheet. And once the sheet keeps opening, you see that the sheet are labeling. Now, when you go to your extreme right in the working area, you can see some arrow there where my so we call this a scroll bar. So this is a scroll bar, and then this is also a scroll bar. So these are two scroll bars that we can find in Excel. So this will take you to the right and left. This one will take you to the right or left, and this is going to take you up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so that is the basic knowledge about Excel and how it has been labeled. Kindly like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then hit on the notification button so that you'd continue to receive um, notification anytime we upload a new video. Thank you, and then have a great day. Bye-bye.